The following is a presentation of WYOU Sports.
Welcome to the Hershey Park Arena, where high school basketball champions are being crowned. This afternoon, the boys Class 2A title is on the line between undefeated Carbondale area and undefeated George Jr. Republic. Hi again, everybody. John Nugent along with Terry Gurn. You know, of the 8 state championships being decided this weekend in Hershey, only one has pitted 2 undefeated teams. We have that game here this afternoon.
And Carbondale in a very unfamiliar situation this afternoon. They've been the favorite in every game they've played this season. This year, or this game rather this afternoon, they are the underdog, and for good reason. Some think this George Jr. Republic team is the best in the state, period. And they are a very impressive basketball team. Carbondale is going to have to play a near-perfect game this afternoon if they're going to try to pull this thing out. And the magic number, I believe, is 8. They can't have more than 8 turnovers. Remember that, because they're not going to win this ball game if they don't take care of the basketball.
If you follow Carbondale basketball, you know they play an aggressive man-to-man defense. They are not going to play that defense this afternoon.
Well, they just simply realize they can't match up with George Jr. Republic. They have a front line that averages 6'7", and when they're that tall, you just got to sag back in a matchup type zone, which Carbondale will do this afternoon. Maybe slip in a little 1-3-1 or a 2-3 zone and go from there. Make them beat you from the outside, and don't let them get the easy points inside.
It's David versus Goliath. The Class 2A state title is on the line. When we come back, we'll have the opening lineups and that opening chat. This is a WYOU Sports Production.
Today's PIAA Class AA State High School Championship game is brought to you by Pioneer American Bank, one American helping another. Allen Hornbeck Chevrolet, 78 years on Main Street in Forest City. And Bacardo Jewelers, downtown Scranton.
Pioneer American Bank is proud to be a sponsor of today's championship basketball game. We salute the Chargers, Carbondale's hometown heroes. Pioneer American Bank, one American helping another.
Allen Hornbeck Chevrolet, Main Street, Forest City, has all the winners in the Chevrolet lineup. All value priced and backed by service professionals. Come in and check out the entire 1993 Chevrolet line of cars and trucks. Allen Hornbeck Chevrolet has been serving you for 78 years from its same location on Main Street in Forest City. Allen Hornbeck Chevrolet would like to congratulate the Carbondale area Chargers on their road to the state championship.
Pioneer American Bank is proud to be a sponsor of today's championship basketball game. We salute the Chargers, Carbondale's hometown heroes. Pioneer American Bank, one American helping another.
Bringing it home, Monday at 8 on WYOU. Welcome back to the Hershey Park Arena, everybody. John Nugent along with Terry Gurn. Both teams still out on the floor, getting in some last-minute warm-ups. Carbondale area has advanced to this Class 2A state title game by way of a dramatic victory the other night against Reading Central Catholic. Tremendous ball game. They won that by the count of 46-44, a game where they had to come up with some big plays in the closing seconds.
Mr. Dan Siegel comes in to answer the door, a block shot as the buzzer went off, and they were able to beat Reading Central Catholic. They're going to have to come up with plays like that this afternoon. And, John, a big key are the guards. Chris Daly and Leo Skarupa are going to have the games of their lives here this afternoon. They are just simply going to have to get hot from the outside to loosen up the Tiger defense.
George Jr. Republic has advanced into the state title game by defeating Stowe Rocks on Wednesday night. That final score was 74-58. It was a ball game in which they trailed in the final 5 minutes, but then they went off on a 16-0 run. They are an explosive ball club.
That's amazing when you're down by 1 point with only 4.5 minutes to play and you can come back like that. That shows the resilience of this ball club, and they are awfully quick. What you're going to want to watch for on defense is the way that the Tigers move. Every time Carbondale picks up the ball, watch for this team to double on the ball no matter where it is, when they're bringing it up over the timeline or rather down low. Anywhere on the court, when you pick up your dribble, they're on you.
George Junior Republic is ranked #1 in the entire state by the Harrisburg Patriot News, a record of 29-0. Carbondale area as well at 29-0, and they have just had a fabulous season. In fact, Terry, if you look over the 3 years, this ball club right here, Glenn Moskowski, has done a great job. 98 victories, just 9 losses. And right now, let's check in with Bob Schellenberg and today's opening lineups.
In today's boys Class AA championship game, representing the West, a record of 29-0, the Tigers from George Junior Republic. Their opponents, representing the East, their record 29-0, the Tigers from Carbondale Area High School. And now let's face the starting lineup. First of all, for George Junior Republic under head coach George Abraham, his varsity assistant Ted Jones, the starting 5 for the Tigers. Starting at a forward, a senior wearing number 44, 6'7", Dwayne Butler. At the other forward, wearing number 32, a senior 6'6", Curtis Loftus. At center, a 6'9" senior, number 50, Ryan Dennis. At a guard, a 6'1" senior, number 30, Mr. Pitt. And at the other guard, a 5'9" senior, number 12, Corey Reed. The Tigers of George Junior Republic. And now the starting 5 for the Carbondale High Chargers. Head coach Glenn Moskowski, assistants Joe Farrell and Pat Price, the starting 5 for the Chargers. Starting at a guard, a junior, he's wearing number 13, 5'9", Chris Daly. At the other guard, a 5'9" senior, number 14, Leo Scorupa. At center, he's the junior, number 42, 6'3", Dan Dinkel. At a forward, a 6'2" senior, number 25, Mike Tanner. The other forward, a 6'3" senior, number 45, Mark Dinkel. The Chargers of Carbondale High School.
It is the Class 2A state championship. When we come back, the opening tap is a WIU Sports Production.
Dear Midas, as a woman, I often feel mechanics don't bother to talk to me.
You wouldn't understand.
But at Midas, when I explained that I did not have a lot of money, your inspection report was explained to me.
This shows you the repair options you can choose from.
Thanks for treating me as a person capable of understanding my car. Jane Robinson.
Dear Midas customers, buy one guaranteed shocker strut and get the second for 50% off. That's the Midas way, the way it should be.
Chances are you don't know all the people you're about to meet. They are customers of Pioneer American Bank. The pioneers of our area faced hardships beyond what we today can imagine. They would not have made it unless they helped one another. All of our customers continue that tradition. They're out there every day, keeping our community strong. Pioneer American has shared that spirit since 1864.
Pioneer American Bank. One American helping another.
Hi, this is Jay Daniels from Rock 107. Join us Thursday morning on Daybreak for the Red Barons home opener.
Nicely done, the playing of our national anthem, and we are just about set for action. Terry Gurn, you can't help but be impressed by that front line by the Tigers. 6'9", 6'7", and 6'6".
But we're not going to sit here and throw any punches, or pull any punches, rather. We're just going to call it like it is, and Carbondale is a decided underdog coming in here, but you know what? They like it that way. It's kind of refreshing for them. Muskowski says that his team is actually looking forward to this situation, and they have nothing to lose. They say they get here, you might as well play the best team, and that's what they're going to do this afternoon, give it their best shot, and hey, anything can happen. We're not going to sell this team short because Carbondale has got some serious talent, and if they can just play within themselves, they definitely have a shot at winning this game.
Take a look at those starting lineups. Jumping center for George Junior Republic, the 6'9" Ryan Dennis. Dan Siegel will jump center for Carbondale area. The Class 2A state championship is underway. Lofton down low is fouled underneath. He'll go to the line. It's an up-tempo offense, Terry, and the Chargers have to be ready from the get-go.
Tigers starting off right away with an alley-oop, trying to get the back door. Curtis Lofton cutting to the basket. He's the team's leading scorer, and he drew all the foul.
Lofton averaging 17.5 points per ball game. He hits the first. The Tigers are the visitors. There you see second-year head coach George Abraham, and what a job he has done in his 2 years. Their last loss was in last year's state playoffs. The second is no good. Rebound to Butler. Pulls it back outside to Reeves. He's the playmaker, leads the team in assists, does not do very much scoring. He'll be guarded by Skarupa.
Carbondale in a 2-3 zone right now, trying to pack things in.
Butler from downtown, and quickly the Tigers are out to a 4-0 lead.
I'm interested to see how the Tiger defense will match up here. I heard this defense is ferocious. This first opportunity to watch them, and they match up pretty tough.
It's a full court man-to-man. Daly to the hole, loses the handle. First turnover of the contest. This is Dennis, 2-on-1, pulls it back outside. Reeves, top of the key. Mr. Pitts goes inside. Good defense by Danny Siegel.
I tell you, Siegel's a great defender. He gets a lot of accolades for his offense, but he is one heck of a defender as well.
Ryan Dennis whistled for the foul. His first, team's first.
We'll keep track of those turnovers closely this afternoon. Carbondale's first trip up the court, and they pass it away after they had the floor spread. See if they can convert here. Very important to take care of the basketball.
Opening minute of play, Class 2A state championship. Carbondale trails the Tigers 4-0. Mike Connor for three. Short. Siegel the rebound, puts it up, and it goes. And a foul.
Hey, that's not a bad way to start the game. I tell you, Mark Siegel, 45, is only averaging about 5 points a game this season, but hey, he has come on strong as of late. He is shooting over 70% from the field in this state tournament. So he has been on fire, and he's not afraid to shoot the ball when he gets it down low.
Any scoring they can get out of Mark is a bonus. So senior 6'3", of course, his brother is Dan the junior. Misses the foul shot, and the Tigers lead 4-2. Glad you could join us here from the Hershey Park Arena. Butler from downtown. No good. Rebound is loose. Daly will be whistled for the foul.
That's okay. Carbondale, Glenn Muskowski's got to be happy with that. Let him shoot from the outside.
Of course, boxing out underneath is key for the Chargers this afternoon. There you see Glenn Muskowski in his 7th year, and what a job he has done. You see the Tigers stacking up at the foul line. Dennis, 6'9", kicks it back outside. In the low post, little turnaround is no good. Ball still loose. Lofton puts it up and in, and a foul.
Pretty good board work by the Seagulls that time. However, Mark is called with the foul. I tell you, they have their work cut out for them this afternoon, John. They're going to have to get bodies out of all the front line for the Tigers, and they're going to have to work hard this afternoon on the boards because they cannot get beaten there too badly if they're going to win this game.
Curtis Lofton completes the three-point play. Tigers lead now at 7-2.
They can get beat on the boards, John. They're just going to have to try to at least contain them and hang with them and get their fair share.
Danny Siegel outside, puts it on the floor, pulls up and hits the jumper.
Oh, that's a nice-looking shot.
Danny Siegel 16 points per ball game. 7-4 here in the first 2 minutes.
Can't give up that baseline. Siegel took it.
Lofton to Butler, puts it up, taps it back up and in.
Kicking good by
9-4. George Junior Republic in the lead. Connor will bring it up. Skarupa, watched by Reeves. Key matchup. Blocking foul is called. That'll be on Curtis Lofton.
George Jr. going with full court man pressure, but they usually like to come with a press. I'm surprised they're not pressing Carbondale more, giving them more trouble getting the ball across the timeline.
13th foul on George Junior Republic. Carbondale with 3 team fouls as well. Skarupa to inbounds. Danny Siegel in traffic, loses the handle, turns it over. 3-on-3 break. Mr. Pitts inside to Lofton. Lofton loses it off his foot.
That's what they need, turnovers. Carbondale's got to look for the open man on offense now. They can't hold the ball, and they can't pick up their dribble.
They need to protect that basketball. A lot of double teaming by the Tigers. Mark Siegel inside. He loses the handle.
Got to keep that ball low. He's holding it up in the air.
Butler 1-on-2, takes it to the hole.
Strong move to the hole by Butler. Here comes the full court pressure now. Tigers packing things up here in the front court.
Tigers lead at 7, 11-4, 5:20 to go, first quarter. The Chargers got off to a slow start the other night against Reading. In fact, they trailed 10-0 and 12-2 before coming back. Chris Daly to the hole, gets the whistle. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, George Jr.'s got their best defensive player playing Chris Daly. They know this guy can score. Mr. Pitts is flagging Daly all the way up the court. And Daly did a great move to drive to the hole that time and draw the foul. If you're not going to get the basket, at least draw the foul, and that's what Chris did.
You may be wondering about the shaved heads. I know early on in the season you went out to practice to find out what was the deal.
Daly and Skarupa just decided to do it back in October, and you know, after the football season, and everyone else just followed suit.
Daly hits both. 11-6, 5 minutes to go, opening quarter. Big crowd on hand. Glad you could join us at home. Feed down low to Lofton, turns it over.
This game's off to a good start for Carbondale right now.
There you see George Abraham. Chatted with him before today's game. He was quite frank. He said, you know, it's the good guys against the bad guys. He says they have the fans, but he feels he has the team.
At least 2,000 people here in favor of Carbondale.
Danny Siegel, top of the key, watched by Dennis, pulls up, air ball. Connor with a nice rebound. Back to Siegel, and his shot is rejected. Siegel just has to keep going back up. You can't be intimidated.
That's right, and he's got to remember this pump fake. You can't go away from that. He's got to try to take it in, give it a little head fake, a little bit of motion, and lean in. Use your body. Draw that foul. If you're not going to make the basket, get the foul.
Daly for 3. He's got it. Tigers lead is cut to 2 at 11-9.
That's what they need. Daly and Skarupa firing from the outside, and keep an eye on Connor, too.
Good sign for the Chargers that Daly is hot early. Pitts, air ball. Connor rebounds. Chargers with a chance to tie.
And they need a good shot here. They can't let momentum get the best of them.
Daly again.
Oh, my!
Carbondale leads 12-11. 4 minutes to go. Opening quarter.
Momentum.
The Chargers are on their feet. 2,000 plus. Pitts, double pump, and a foul. And suddenly the momentum has changed.
Talking to Glenn Muskowski before the game, and he says, you know, Terry, we want to take good shots, but these guys love to shoot. He goes, I can't tell them not to shoot. They're going to shoot. And when you have a shooter, a pure shooter like Chris Daly, you can't tell the kid to hold the ball. He sees the 3, he's going to take it. And when he starts getting hot, starts building that confidence, look out.
Pitts misses the first. Micah McHale has checked in. Mark Siegel is on the bench. The second gets the roll. We're tied at 12. Skarupa.
Oh, man.
A burst of speed, and Carbondale is now up by 2.
I tell you what, that's great coaching by Muskowski. He spread the floor. I see what he's doing. He's spreading the floor and letting his guards go to the hole. The Tigers' backs are turned on defense.
Hits the air ball, Lofton with the follow.
Rebound basket, number 32, Lofton.
George Jr. would just love to pack things inside, but they can't. Carbondale is spreading the floor, and that's opening things up the middle.
Tigers are not getting good shots from the outside. Daly to the hole. Fouled on the outside. Butler is whistled.
This is the worst thing that could happen for George Jr. What's happening right now is Carbondale's getting confidence. With every trip down the floor, they are gaining confidence, defensively and offensively. When they cause George Jr. to take a bad shot, that helps them. And when they can drive to the hole and draw a foul, that helps them as well.
Tied at 14. Chris Daly has yet to miss. He'll get a second. He hits both. 3:13 to go, opening quarter. George Jr. Republic trails Carbondale area 16-14. We'll be right back.
Some like it cool and some like it hot.
Tell me something that people will always remember about Marilyn Monroe.
That she was blonde.
Relationship with JFK. Being sexy. But if gentlemen do prefer blondes, don't worry.
It doesn't make me less of a man, all right?
Because Family Feud is the thing that everyone loves.
Yes?
So give in to fun and excitement.
Settle down, it's a new tie. I'm trying to break it in.
Join host Ray Combs all this week on the new Family Feud.
Monday afternoon at 5 on WYOU.
Baywatch turns the tide, riding a new wave of action, adventure, danger, drama, romance, and rescue. Catch the crest of excitement with David Hasselhoff and the men and women of Baywatch.
Saturday night at 7 on WYOU.
Welcome back to the Hershey Park Arena, everybody. Carbondale area is leading George Jr. Republic 16-14. A little over 3 minutes to go in this opening quarter, and what a first quarter it has been.
Carbondale on a 10-1 run currently.
Butler looks for the three, puts it on the floor. No good. Rebound, Mike Connor. Leo Skarupa, far side to the hole. McHale has it stolen away. Reeves all alone. Lays it up and in. We are tied at 16.
Micah McHale just off the bench. Wasn't sure with what was happening with the ball that time and wasn't alert, got it stolen from behind. This is a call you don't see too often, a carry.
Turned over the basketball, Leo Skarupa. Our officials for today's game, Gary Dixon is the referee. Mike Hudak is one of the umpires. Louis Idazotic is the other umpire.
Chris Daly has 10 points so far, John, and that's a beautiful scenario for Carbondale to start the game.
One observation, the Chargers playing with a lot of emotion. Pitts on the floor, good shot. Tigers back up by 2, 18-16.
Emotion's going to have to carry him over the top this afternoon, too. That can do nothing but help him. Good pass.
Siegel, baseline, got it.
Good look by Skarupa.
He is so smooth. We are tied again at 18.
Big size disadvantage down low. Micah McHale down below.
Dwayne Butler for three. Tigers regain the lead at 21-18.
And showing that they can hit the outside shot, too. Carbondale's packing it in. They're going to have to hit those, and they have answered the call so far.
Skarupa, Daly, inside, kicks it back out. Siegel pulls up, short. Ball is loose, back the other way, Skarupa. We've talked about the Tigers' quickness. Daly and Skarupa are equally as quick.
Unbelievable, and they are fearless.
Connor for three.
Gotta love that three-point shot.
We are tied at 21. Pitts for three. Whistle underneath. Pushing foul on Lofton. Pitts second. Team's fifth.
Mr. Pitts comes down that time. More of a shot looking for respect. You can hit the threes. We're going to start hitting the threes as well. An ill-advised shot. George Jr. getting away from their game plan. They should be trying to blast it down low.
The Tigers with their first substitution of the game, number 24, Darnell Code checks in. He's a real spark plug off the bench.
Yeah, he is. Watch that guy. He had 14 points off the bench in George Jr.'s last victory.
Exactly 1 minute to go. Connor, Siegel, double team, kicks it back outside. They need to rotate the ball.
Got to move the ball.
Siegel all alone, goes up. A foul. You have to challenge the big man.
Boy, Mark looked like he was going in for the dunk that time.
Watch it again. You have to challenge their big man, and Siegel is doing that in this first quarter.
Dan Siegel, rather.
Butler thought he had it clean. Siegel will go to the line for two, trying to untie this thing.
He did have a lot of the ball. No, these guys aren't twins either, Mark and Dan, and easily confused. They look alike. Such a nice touch for a big guy, John.
Glenn Moskowski looking on with his assistant coaches on the bench. The second by Danny Siegel. Chargers back up by two at 23-21.
Joe Farrell's been with Moskowski since the beginning, and it looks like they have a pretty good game plan mapped out for this ball game this afternoon. They're sitting pretty right now.
Code with his first shot, and he's got it for three. Tigers back up by one at 24-23.
They'll have to get a guy in his face. Code can hit that long-range shot.
He was the spark plug the other night. Darnell Code in the victory came off the bench, scored 9 of his 14 in the fourth quarter. Connor, three, no good. Siegel for the rebound. Chargers back up by a point, 25-24.
That'll put a charge into you. What a great move by Siegel. Took the baseline away and grabbed the rebound. That's a forced shot.
Reeves with the air ball. That was an ill-advised shot. 2 seconds on the clock. They need to inbound the basketball and protect it. No mistakes. Connor lets one fly. It's well short. And what a first quarter of basketball. Carbondale is leading George Junior Republic 25-24. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
Well, as a liaison, I listen to the customers. I'm there for them. In essence, I'm really employed by the customer.
Meet Donna Stuckblack.
Typical day can be very hairy. At one point, I'll be walking down the aisle, and a customer will grab me and say, "Can you please help me?" And then in the next moment, a store manager will be paging me saying he has a customer down the other end. Banking at Pioneer is an automatic for me. It's right in our store, and I'm there every day, so what could be more convenient?
Pioneer American Bank and Donna Stuckblack. One American helping another.
Alan Hornbeck Chevrolet, Main Street, Forest City, has all the winners in the Chevrolet lineup. All value priced and backed by service professionals. Come in and check out the entire 1993 Chevrolet line of cars.